247th episode of How Much Does a 24-year-old Shanghainese spend in 2 days? I know you've been waiting for this episode for a long time, so I'm finally here. Me and my friend were planning to take some beautiful photos at a restaurant that day, but we ended up ordering takeout at home instead. At first, I ordered McDonald's, and then my favorite was sifen. I just couldn't live without it. And since we were just kept chatting and eating, we almost forgot the time. It was almost 8 or 9 p.m. when we were preparing to do our makeup. But that didn't affect me ordering my favorite coconut water, so I could really start it to go out. And you know what? I was so satisfied with my outfit of that day. So now I can finally say something I've been wanting to say for a long time. I know lots of copycats trying to copy my vibe recently. Maybe you think you could be me, but you could not be my outfit. Okay? And not to one specific person, but to all of them. Period. Anyways, when we just arrived at the bar downstairs and found that my phone and my lipstick were almost forgotten in the car. What can I say? I'm Chris. And the bar where we wanted to take some photos was also making a map of alcoholics during that time. So we ordered 3 drinks at first and planned to drink while taking photos. I remembered besides gin fizz, the other 2 cups were grapefruit and osmanthus flavors. And after taking a few sips, I started to appreciate my manicure at that time again. It just matched perfectly with my rings and I was so satisfied with my taste. Just leave me alone. And I remembered I took quite a few photos that I really like. And if you're interested, you can have a look on my red book and I will share my outfits on it occasionally. I'm sorry, I just couldn't stop looking at myself in the mirror on that day. So I just kept recording some videos or taking some photos, even though there is just one right beside me. But I really loved it. And we finally went to another bar, which was a home bar. But I had to say the bar didn't meet our expectations. We think it was just quite boring. I mean, both alcohol and the environment. So we just had 2 drinks and with another 2 shots, we decided to go to another bar. Funny thing was, while we were waiting for the drink, because my nails were like too long and too sharp, that I accidentally poked my friend's arm. And she just kept yelling. And I was like, okay, now you know how difficult it was for me to like live with it normally. Then I remember I said several times that the dumplings in this bar was so delicious that I would take every friend of mine to have a try. Sometimes I liked the dumplings even more than the drinks. More than that, I would also record their reactions after having these dumplings. And literally all of them said it was the best. But we didn't really have lots of drinks. We were planning to end with some tequila shots and then just go back home. But after we found out that the bar was too close to Hush, it was only like a 7 or 8-minute walk, so we decided to go to Hush again. So what? It was also one kind of home sweet home. But I didn't do much video shooting because at first there were only 2 of us playing and later we started playing with other strangers for some reasons. I don't know either, but the whole night was freaking boring. Even though we didn't leave until 6 a.m. in the end. Still that kind of crazy. And I had to say that I didn't expect the most interesting part of the whole night to be my bartender and my friend. Literally had no idea why they started to dance in front of the bar. It is not normal dance. You can hear like from the background music. It's 社会摇. I don't know how to translate in English, and it might not be that funny in this video. But we almost laughed to death, and instead of straight going home, we started to have some breakfast again. These were all my must-order list. Still couldn't believe I can eat that much. Anyways, we headed home at around 8 a.m. in the morning. But do you think we would just go to sleep? Of course not. My friend Zemer, also aka Constellation Master, started to talk to me about zodiac signs, something like that, while sitting on the ground eating cookies, and that was really abstract. Anyways, we didn't go to bed until around 9 a.m. in the morning, and that's how the day finally ended. Thank God. The next thing I know was dinner time again, and I ordered my favorite, actually it's one of my favorite meals. Look at this omelet. Nobody could say no to this, okay? And we were still chatting and eating and also watching a movie called No More Bets. After finished it, I was ready to go out and take some photos. That was the outfit of that day. Because the photos I took during those 2 days were all intended for posting outfits on Redbook. I forgot if I say so at first, but if you guys are interested, you can follow my Redbook account. I was still pretty satisfied with my outfit that day for sure. And look at my craw ear clip. It was really handsome. We went to a shisha bar, and actually I've been there for several times. The atmosphere was pretty enjoyable and the drinks was pretty good. I just ordered some drinks and took some photos while drinking. The stuff was pretty nice. He made an exception and gave me a larger room to take some photos. He didn't know I was an influencer at that time, but a girl recognized me and gave me a drink. Though I denied it at that time, I still wanted to say thank you for recognizing me and saying that you really like me. Anyways, we didn't stay up late either because we went home around 2 p.m. That day was purely for taking photos and drinking. So finally, the end of 2 days. I spent around 4,628 in these days, and I'll see you next time.